Hello and welcome. So, this is my 1988 Silvia Q's S13. And in my opinion, this is one of the most broken cars in the game. And that is because this vehicle is equipped with a 7.8 litre LS7 V8 from a Formula Drift BRZ. Oh, and we added a high RPM turbo. So, what does all of this mean? It means the car produces 1,200 brake horsepower. Now keep that in mind because the car weighs 983 kgs. It's less than 1,000 kgs. So, what do you get when you put 1,200 brake horsepower into a 90s Nissan? Dead. With this being an old 90s Nissan, it is rear wheel drive and there are no differential or drivetrain swaps in Gran Turismo 7. So it's all about, is this car able to put all 1,200 brake horsepower down to the ground? And I mean, how fast can you really go with that much power? Let's find out. Okay, so off the line right away, traction control going crazy because it needs to try and curb up this vehicle with 100 kilometers per hour within 4 seconds. As we break into 200s, the car's back actually throws out a little bit. 300 kilometers per hour in 4th gear under 20 seconds. Look at this, we are climbing, we are going, that is 400 kilometers per hour in 23 seconds. So yes, this car is fast, it can put its power down. The thing is, you need to be brave enough. This vehicle has actually been documented to be able to do over 500 kilometers per hour. With a little bit of help of drafting and a good tune. But me, I'm not that good at tuning. So it was only able to set 454 kilometers per hour. That's not including the speed coming down the hill. Now, if you saw when we were actually going over the hill, the front was actually bouncing because the front was actually beginning to lift off the ground. Now, you might think to yourself, this is incredible. A 90s Nissan doing this speed here? You playing. But remember, there's always a catch. If a car is really good at one thing, it's gonna suffer in other areas. For example, you see now we're doing 456 kilometers per hour and we are coming up to a turn. So what happens when you turn at that speed? Yes, you get put on a white t-shirt basically. So with that being said, this car is incredibly fun. It's actually on sale now in the used car dealer. So if you want to pick it up, pick it up. Only problem is this is an engine swap vehicle. So you know engine swaps, they are gold in this game. If you don't, you just need luck on your side. It's the only way you are able to get engine swaps. Other than that, there's no chance of getting it because roulette tickets, they're rigged. They're gonna give you the lowest price possible. So are you likely to get this car? Are you likely to experience this if you don't already have the engine swap? Then no. And that's honestly so sad. But you know what, let me show you the other side of this vehicle, the area it lacks in, and that is corners. Oh wait, no, because it can actually go around corners. Even with traction control off, it's still so easy to control. It's only now when you're doing over 400 and you're trying to take a turn, obviously it's gonna struggle. It's not the Tomahawk VGT, it's just a normal Nissan. So this car is such a pleasure to drive. You can control the slides. I don't know if it's the setup or if it's just because the engine is out of a drift car. You can really get this vehicle to slide. And if you need to put the power down, you can. It's all about throttle control and just being able to just handle the vehicle. And trust me, after about 3 minutes of driving it, you'll know how to control it. It's not very difficult. And that's what I love about this car. It's such a fun and pleasurable experience. Plus, so it does wheelies. Yes, it is broken like that. You saw right. It does wheelies. The only downside of this vehicle is the braking. Because it travels to such extreme speeds, the brakes, they can't handle it. That's the only way to put it. It really struggles under braking. And for me, that's like the only downfall of this vehicle. Now, what I found is rather interesting and quite cool is the performance points of this vehicle. With it having over, you're so tired of me saying 1,200. With having so much horsepower, weighing so little weight, its performance points is only 673 points. That means you can actually use it to make money. Now, I use it around the 30 minutes of Le Mans to see how it copes. And I was able to do the event. However, with it having a 7.8 liter LS7, it is quite thirsty. With the fuel map set to level 6, a completely lean mix, the car needed to pit in every 2 laps, which isn't that bad if you think about it, but it is bad if you compare it to other engine swaps such as the R26B that can go in the RX-7 and the RX-8. Those cars are extremely light on fuel, crazy fast, and just for racing purposes they're so much better. But for fun and just having no cares in the world, just worry about a driving experience, this is your go-to build. For me, this has to be one of my favorite engine swaps. I know I've done a video, but I never really gone in depth and covered these vehicles. This is something special that sadly not a lot of people experience, or unless they are fortunate enough to get this engine swap. Because the car is relatively cheap, it's not expensive, it's just the ability to own the engine. Now, engine swaps is a real problem, I already discussed that, but they add so much to a vehicle and make it a completely new driving experience. That's why I absolutely adore them. I really hope Gran Turismo finds a way of fixing or finding a better way of handing out engine swaps. And with that being said, hope you guys did enjoy this. This car is honestly just so fun, and when you do need to set a fast lap time, you can do it without even setting the traction, just throttle control, and that's about it. This car is a pleasure to drive. It's honestly just wow. And with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you are still watching to the end, it is greatly appreciated, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.